Up next, Twitter hooks up with America's most popular sport.
Your daily transaction for useful information. The WBBM Noon Business Hour continues.
Twitter is partnering with the NFL to live stream Thursday night football games. It begins with the Jets and Bills this week. Let's look at what's behind the deal with Tim Hanlon, Managing Director of Vertere Group here in Chicago. Good afternoon, Tim.
Hi, Cisco. How are you?
I'm doing well. So live streaming, basically, you're going to be able to get on Twitter and just watch the football game like you would on Hulu or regular TV.
Yeah, some would question whether they would want to trade in their big screen HD TV to watch an NFL football game for a smaller screen on a mobile device. But the reality is that the NFL and their broadcast partners, the NFL Network and CBS and NBC, are working in partnership with Twitter to allow the game on Thursday nights to be simulcast through the Twitter social media platform, which is a huge experiment for a number of different reasons, but is clearly a bet on live streaming video within the realm of social networks, social networking technology, as a new thing that is relevant to consumers who are on the move and always on their phones interacting with other people on their social networks.
Twitter's been challenged for a while to just grow in sort of what's the next step for Twitter. How do they make money out of this deal? Is it straight from the NFL? Is it ads, something else? How does this benefit Twitter?
Well, there are two ways to kind of look at it. One is obviously a bet on the farm of Twitter, who's constantly looking for a business model. And here you're looking at advertising and sponsorship, whether as an add-on to the sponsorship and advertising dollars that come from the broadcast partners or the NFL themselves, people sponsoring or putting ads in those broadcasts, and those ads coming along for the ride via Twitter, which is basically extending the audience. But frankly, this is also the opportunity for Twitter to possibly sell and carve out their own advertising inventory in this unique stream, in this environment. I think this is going to be one giant experiment for the next couple of months for all the partners involved, including especially Twitter.
Well, Twitter has been having a rough time of it, kind of opening up to a general crowd. This is something that could lead to that.
Yeah, look, I think what you're seeing Twitter do over the last number of months, Chris, is evolve almost into becoming something that we've talked about on this program a number of times, these sort of virtual bundles or skinny bundles of television or video programming. Right? We see these not only from classic players like Hulu and some others and cable operators, but now Twitter is effectively trying to get into the same game by offering video streams, either their own Periscope-branded things, which is just individuals streaming their own things, as well as folks like the NFL and Bloomberg. If you watch Bloomberg television, you can do so through the Twitter app for free right now.
Who's best in show in this space right now?
Well, that's a loaded question. I think you have social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, to a lesser extent Google, trying to, shall we say, bubble up their way into professional programming and presentation of video, perhaps as an aggregator of various video streams or as a repurposer, if you will, like the NFL or Bloomberg. But you also see those big brands like the NFL and Bloomberg and other TV networks also trying to go downstream, if you will, into the social environment. So it's almost two different sort of folks trying to kind of meet in the middle and figure out how social and television video marry and meet and complement one another.
Are you able to get better data on exactly how many people are watching and how long they're watching and that sort of stuff when you're streaming as opposed to broadcast?
Yeah, that's a tremendously good question. The answer is, in theory and increasingly in practice, yes. The ability to watch or consume a piece of video through an internet connection, whether it be delivered via mobile or in a social environment or just online on a desktop or on a tablet, the answer is absolutely yes. There is more data that comes with that presentation, and then by extension, the ability to be able to better target, say, an advertising message accordingly. Broadcast television has always had that problem by contrast.
Tim, thanks for joining us for a few minutes today. Tim Hanlon, Managing Director at Vertere Group here in Chicago.